Crash and burn.
Hey everyone! So tonight I want to discuss... Well, actually tonight I want to do a few records. I will discuss the Gadjits at ease first. This was their first, I believe, of 2 albums that the Gadjits would release for Hellcat Records / Epitaph Records back... This came out, I think, around 98, 99. And this is one of those records where I know that the Gadjits aren't the best known band in the world, but if you'd been following any of the Hellcat Give 'Em the Boot releases up until this point, I think this record was released in and around the same time that Give 'Em the Boot 2 was released. If you are familiar with those compilations that Hellcat Records put out, you will know the Gadjits, because on the first Give 'Em the Boot, they had Beautiful Girl, and then on the second Give 'Em the Boot, I think Bad Gadjits on that one. Now, Bad Gadget is suspiciously absent from this record, but Beautiful Girl is the album closer. It's a brilliant song from a brilliant band who peaked a little too quickly as far as I'm concerned. This record is like flawless. There isn't a bad song on here. The only song I don't love is Mustang Sally, but you've got Bullet in the Mattress is on here. She Bop is on here. Traffic Tickets, which is like one of the catchiest ska songs I've ever heard in my life. The Corpse I Fell in Love With, which is an absolutely brilliant ska instrumental that fits so well on this record. Now, of course, the Gadjits brand of ska has been heavily influenced by Rancid's sort of reworking of the ska blueprint. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, Rancid pretty much changed the game forever as far as the third wave of ska forward, at least. I mean, I've seen so many bands attempt to copy Rancid's ska sound, and they don't really pull it off because they lack the depth and the seriousness of Tim and Lars' songwriting. And the Gadjits here with At Ease have fucking nailed it. This is like, the Gadjits are doing their own thing. They're 100% independent. They're on their own. You can tell they're influenced by Rancid, but they're not looking to like ape Rancid. Like, they don't want to be like, oh shit, you know, Rancid got away with Old Friend, we'll do a song called New Friend, you know? And it's not about heartache, it's about being in love, or whatever. You know what I mean? No, they took Rancid's reworked blueprint for what ska could be, and they did something completely unique with it. This record is such a throwback. It's a throwback to like old British two-tone. It also at times sort of kind of has a 1940s era sort of swingish vibe to it. And overall, man, does this sort of have that Hellcat upbeatness. Hellcat at this point was releasing some of the most essential records that I have ever heard in my life. Off the top of my head, right around this period, I would say the Gadjits, At Ease. Of course, naturally, every Rancid record that, you know, I mean, when was this? This would be Life Won't Wait. Naturally, you know, I'm not even sure if Rancid was on Hellcat for Life Won't Wait, but I know post Life Won't Wait, they definitely were represented by the Hellcat logo. But nonetheless, you had this record, you had the Gadjits at Ease, you had whatever Rancid was up to, Union 13's East Loss, or East Loss Presents Union 13. Mouthwash's 1,000 Dreams, which all these years later, the reason that I'm mentioning Mouthwash's 1,000 Dreams is predominantly based off the strength of Fool's Gold. What else has Hellcat released up until this point that was, of course, Jesus Christ, Choking Victims, No Gods, No Managers, which is like one of the most essential ska, punk / metal albums I've ever heard. So Hellcat was kind of on fire at this point, and with records this strong, it's not really hard to see why Hellcat was at least initially as successful as it was. Now, I know over the years, Hellcat has lost a lot of the bands that were in its stable originally, and it has lost some of its fire, which it's perfectly okay. Everybody gets old, right? But this record When I bought this from the HMV in Toronto. I remember at this point I was going to George Brown because they didn't have the grades to get into university, so I had to do a year of college because at this point you still needed your OACs, and I only had a couple of those. And George Brown was literally just like around the corner, so to speak. George Brown was on King, the HMV was on Yonge, and they were close enough, so I would always, like after school or after class, I would always boot it up to HMV and just see what was new. And I bought this there, and holy fuck, this record's catchy. Favorite tracks off here, I would say Tell Yourself, I would say Party Girl. The most serious song on here, or at least the most serious sounding song, would be Skinhead Girl. I absolutely love did I say Party Girl? I'm not sure. Bullet in the Mattress was a great instrumental. This record's just a lot of fun. And the album closer, Beautiful Girl, I have to say, as far as Beautiful Girl and Traffic Tickets are concerned, I felt that these were criminally under-recognized songs. They have such a heavy cinematic quality to them, especially Beautiful Girl, that I'm surprised that more filmmakers didn't hunt this shit down and use it in a movie somewhere. But whatever. Look, I'm going to stop because I've been rambling on and on about this record that came out like 25 years ago for like 6.5 minutes. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for 6.5 minutes while I discuss the Gadjits initial release, I believe, for Hellcat Records, and that is At Ease. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody, but most importantly, don't forget that the world is a better place because you are in it. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe. And we will see you guys really soon.